Welcome to Asyn Code. Hey, folks. Welcome to the channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more fun videos. Grid lines are lines that appear on the background of a plot, both horizontally and vertically, to help you visualize and align data points. They act like a coordinate system and make the graph easier to read, especially for precise interpretation. This example creates a simple line plot using Matplotlib, with grid lines to make the graph easier to read. First, we import the necessary library, matplotlib.pyplot. This library provides functions to create and customize plots in Python. PLT is the common alias used for matplotlib.pyplot. Defining the data for plotting. X and Y hold the data points for the graph. X values will be plotted on the horizontal, X axis, and Y values will be plotted on the vertical, Y axis. The X variable stores the X-axis data points. These are just numbers from 1 to 5. The Y variable stores the Y-axis data points. These are the squares of the numbers in X. Now we plot the data using plt.plot function. The plot function draws the actual line graph. It takes the X values and plots them on the X-axis, and the Y values are plotted on the Y-axis. Each point, xi, yi, is plotted, and the function connects the points to form a line. This function takes the X and Y values and plots a line graph connecting the points. Adding grid lines to the plot to make it easier to read and interpret. The grid lines will help us align the data points, so we can see the values more clearly. By default, this will add both horizontal and vertical grid lines. True enables grid lines. This will add both horizontal and vertical grid lines by default. Customizing the appearance of the grid lines. You can adjust the grid lines to make them look different, like changing the color, line style, or thickness. Here, we will make the grid lines dashed, gray in color, and thinner for better readability. Line style equals makes the grid lines dashed instead of solid. Color equals gray changes the color of the grid lines to gray. Line width equals 0.5 makes the grid lines thinner than the default thickness, making them less distracting. Displaying the plot to the screen. This is necessary because the plot is created in memory but not displayed automatically. The plt.show function will display the graph in a window. This function displays the plot. Once called, a window will pop up showing the graph with grid lines. Explanation of the code. The x and y variables hold the data points for the plot. Plt.plot x, y draws a line plot using the values stored in the x and y variables. Plt.grid true adds grid lines to make it easier to read the values on the plot. Plt.grid true line style equals color equals gray, line width equals 0.5 customizes the grid lines, making them dashed, gray, and thinner. Plt.show is used to display the plot after all customization is applied. Now run our code. Thanks for sticking around. Like, comment, and subscribe for more fun videos.